Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, it is Friday and I'm going to be doing another get ready with me, but today's video is going to be a little bit different. We're also kind of combining it with a first impressions because I have here with me the e.l.f. Opposites Attract palette. I'm really excited about this palette. I just got it in the mail a couple of days ago. We have something a little bit different planned for our date today, so I'm going to keep things pretty simple. I'm going to go straight in with my foundation. This is the Rimmel Lasting Finish 25-hour foundation, which I believe this has been discontinued, which kind of breaks my heart because this, I think of all the foundations that I have in my collection or that I've had over the years, this is one that I have repurchased by far the most. But I just loved this foundation for so many years. It's a great color match for me. I love the finish of it, the coverage of it. Super affordable. Well, it was super affordable. I think that this was only like $6 from the drugstore, which that is insane. $6 for 1 ounce of foundation is just unheard of these days, which is probably why it was discontinued. So for concealer, I'm going to be using my Maybelline Fit Me. This is another product that I feel like I need to use up soon because I've had this in my drawer for quite a while. I don't reach for this one super often because I kind of feel like this one's a little bit dark for my skin. I have it in the shade 10 Light, and I believe that there's one shade lighter than this one. I definitely want to pick that one up, especially for under my eyes. This one works great for like blemishes around the perimeter of my face or hyperpigmentation. I do like this concealer. I think it's a good one from the drugstore. It's very lightweight, but it has pretty good coverage. I definitely think I prefer my ColourPop concealer, but that's definitely one of my like all-time favorite concealers, and I think that's probably why it's hard for me to fall in love with a different concealer right now, is because I love that one so much. It's affordable, it works so good on my dry under eyes. I really, really love it. So I just haven't felt this like urge to try out a different concealer, especially a more expensive concealer. I know a lot of people are talking about the First Aid Beauty concealer, and that sounds like it would be the perfect concealer for me because I love a dewy, non-drying concealer on my under eye. And that one sounds like it would be kind of like the concealer of my dreams, but I just have a hard time dropping, you know, $15 to $30 on a concealer. I think because we're kind of focusing on e.l.f. today, I'm going to try and use some other e.l.f. products that I just haven't reached for a while. This is one of them. This is their golden bronzer. Look at this thing. This is like disgusting and beat up. This is another product that I have repurchased so many times. I have both the golden bronzer and then I think is it their warm bronzer? I can't remember. They have a deeper shade bronzer as well. I've repurchased both of these and I really love this bronzer. This is a great like highlighting bronzer. This has quite a bit of shimmer in it. If you have really fair skin and a product like that sounds like something you might like, then definitely check this one out because this one you can kind of see it's barely showing up on my cheeks because I still have like a touch of summer tan left on my skin. Now I'm going to go in with this little guy just to give my cheeks a little bit more color and definition. This is their matte bronzer. I don't know if you guys remember these little very cheap, terrible packaging. If you buy these, they will break within a month. I promise you. These. As far as the product inside, I love this bronzer. I think it's such a good one and I'm so sad that it's discontinued. It's warm, but it's not so warm that you can't still kind of contour with it. It kind of like does contouring and bronzing all at the same time, which I love. Okay, jumping in to eyebrows. I did just use this the other day and I want to use it again because this one's growing on me. This is from Wet n Wild. It's their retractable brow pencil. I kind of like these like fatter teardrop shaped kind of brow pencils. I think the original Anastasia, I think it's their brow definer, is in this shape. I've never tried that one, but I know they're not as precise. So if you like a very like microbladed kind of precise brow, then this probably is not the brow product for you. But if you are just busy and you just kind of need to throw something in your brows and get it done really quick, this is like the perfect type of pencil for that because it's just super quick. So I did order this from e.l.f. I've never tried this before. This is their, what is this? It doesn't even have any, so this doesn't even have the product name on it and I don't know where the box is. I may have thrown it away. But I think it's just their like eyebrow wax, kind of like a clear wax. I don't even really know the proper way to use this, but we're just going to kind of see what it does. I'm hoping this will kind of just like hold my brows in place. So you know what this reminds me of? It actually reminds me a little bit of like those laundry sticks. You know those laundry sticks? I know they make one from like Spray and Wash. I think they have like the Fells Naphtha kind of like bar. It kind of reminds me of something like that. Almost like a soap, but a little bit more like waxy than just soap. Alright, so we're going to jump into our eyes. So here's the eyeshadow palette right here. Such a pretty and creative palette, especially from e.l.f. Well, not even from e.l.f. Honestly, I think even just across the board, the color setup in this is very unique for kind of what's out there and what's been out there recently. But I just love not just like warm and cool, but you also get like warm and cool colors, which I think is really interesting because you get, you know, this like nice kind of dusty mustard shade here, which I am so excited to use. You've got some great, like a great orange in here. You've got some really good shimmers, and then over here you've got these pops of color that go along with kind of the cooler tone, like transition shade and like the darker shades. It just really inspires me to like do something different and just makes me want to sit down and play with makeup. Like I want to sit down and try and come up with like 5 or 6 different looks with this palette. But for now, let's just go ahead and jump right in to today's look. Now today I'm going to keep things really kind of simple. We're not going to do anything too fancy or crazy today. So I'm going to go ahead and just jump in with this shade right here in the corner. This is just a good matte like skin tone color. I'm going to put that all over the lid up to the brow bone. So I think I want to take this color right here, this color Saucy. This reminds me of like an orange creamsicle shade. It reminds me a little bit of Orange Soda from Anastasia, Beverly Hills. One of my favorite Anastasia colors. I actually have that as an individual, and then I also have it as in a palette. I think it's in the Soft Glam palette. That is really pretty. This actually feels and behaves a lot like Orange Soda from Anastasia. It's a little bit powdery and dusty, so keep that in mind. You've got to be pretty gentle with your brush when you go into these shadows. So I think for today we're going to keep it super, super simple. I'm just going to take this kind of light bronze color here. This is the color Spicy. I'm just going to use my finger. These are really nice and buttery feeling. I'm just going to pop that all over the center of the lid. I know I want to go in with this color right here. This is the color Warm, which is just kind of a deep, warm brown. Now I know that this look is probably looking like every other look I've ever done, because this is just kind of like the type of look that I gravitate towards, but I also think it's good to know that, because these I think are typically the type of looks that a lot of people kind of tend to do on just a regular basis. So it's good to know if this is a palette that can give you that type of a look that you tend to wear more often. If I do come back and do like a 2 looks 1 palette or 4 looks 1 palette, I'll definitely try to be a little bit more creative with my color selection and kind of what I'm doing with the shadows. But for today, yeah, I want to just keep things really neutral and simple. So I forgot to mention, for our lunch date today, we're actually going to be going to the lumber supply place, which is a little ways away from our house. So this is where we got all the wood when we built our house, because we are going to be doing a house project tomorrow. So I'm hoping to kind of vlog it and share it with you guys. We're going to be doing our kitchen island. So we're going to kind of dress it up a little bit. While I was filming that reveal video of our first floor of our house and our kitchen, when I was editing that footage, I have like a shot where I just kind of parked my tripod and just showed our kitchen. The first thing I noticed was, wait, our island is very plain. Like, we need to dress that up, which we kind of thought initially. We just never really had any serious plans to do it. And partly I kind of thought maybe what was missing from my island area was just the fact that I didn't have bar stools for it. But no, I realized after filming that video that, you know, we need to dress that up. That's the focal point of our kitchen, and it looks a little bit too plain for my liking. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be shiplapping our island. So I think it's going to stay the same color, so it will still be gray, but we're going to add a shiplap and then trim all around like the base of it and the corners. I'm so excited. I think it's going to look amazing. I also just ordered my bar stools. Finally, it's been like 1.5 years since we've been in this house, and I've had 2 bar stools, which I think my sister gave them to me just because she got new bar stools for her kitchen, and they've just been the only thing that we've been using for the last 2 years. And I feel like we have such a big island, we could definitely use, and I have 4 kids. One of them, I mean, my youngest is 18 months, but my kids could definitely use 4 bar stools at the island. So I just ordered those yesterday. They'll probably be here next Wednesday, I think. and I'm really excited. So I will try and share that with you guys if you're interested in like home stuff, home renovation type stuff. Okay, quick little update. This brown, you guys, you should know how much I love a good matte brown. This brown is awesome. I mean, don't you think that is so pretty? I think that went on so pretty. So as I've kind of gotten into my eyes, one thing I will say I feel like is missing in here is a more champagne-y color. This color right here, if you saw in the swatches, is kind of it has a bit of a pink shift to it. It's kind of a white, almost iridescent type of shade that has a little bit of pink in it. This is just not a very, I don't know, it's just not my type of shade. I probably could use that on the inner corner, which is probably what I'll do today, but I wish there was a more champagne type of like intense shimmer that you could use like on either on the center of the lid or on the inner corner, up in the brow bone. I feel like that would have been a little bit more of like a staple type of shade, but I do find myself like really wanting to reach for something else. So I'm going to go in with this from Milani. This is just one of their individual shadows, which I don't even know if they make these anymore. This is the color Bella Chiffon. I just have it sitting on top of my desk. It's actually broken, so I'm not going to really hold it up for you guys, but it's just if you can see it right here, I'll kind of swatch it for you. It's just like a cream with a gold shift to it. Very nice inner corner, center of the lid type of shade. And I am 99% sure that they don't make these anymore. These were like YouTube sensations for about 5 minutes, like 4 years ago. People were raving about these and then they just disappeared. Like, it's a little more glam looking than I really wanted for the fact that we're going to a lumber supplier. But I'm going to pop a little bit of this shade also on the center of the lid. Just with what's left on my MAC 217, I'm just kind of blending that all together. Okay, so real quickly, I want to move into the lower lash line. So I'm going to kind of just do the same thing. I'm going to take that saucy color, the orange, and just apply a little bit of that on the lower lash line. So when I'm building up color on my lower lash line, I always like to start with the lighter transition shade, and I like to apply that further away from my lash line. So I kind of almost like, you know where that like creases right there under your eyeball, almost kind of right there in like your lower crease. Does that make sense? And then the darker colors I'll kind of like move up closer to the lash line. So I want to take just a tiny bit more of that orange saucy shade, and I'm just going to put a little bit more of that just above the dark shadow I added. So I think I'm going to just leave it at that. I don't think I want to darken up my lower lash line too much. I'm just going to go in with a pencil liner, just a brown pencil liner, and just line my waterline and a tiny bit on top, and then some mascara. I'll be right back. Alright, so that is the completed eye look. Love how this turned out. I just went in with, again, my brown Wet n Wild pencil and then also my Essence Volume Stylist mascara. Love this mascara. It's definitely a little bit high maintenance. Like, you want to make sure that you have a spoolie with you when you use this mascara, because it's a little bit, things can get a little bit clumpy pretty fast, but it gives you insane volume and length. I don't know if you can kind of tell, but like, it makes your eyelashes look amazing. Okay, so let's jump into the last couple things. So I did mention there's a couple other things that I got from e.l.f. I'm going to hold off and show you guys. I got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different lip products from them. I'm going to hold off on showing you the rest of them because my husband's actually up waiting in the car, so we actually need to get out of here in just a sec. But I did get this free gift from e.l.f. This is their baked highlighter and blush in the color Rose Gold. I actually really like their baked highlighters. I've tried these before. It also came with a highlighting brush, and then also came with one of their plumping lip glosses in the color Champagne Glam. Now this happens to be one of my favorite lip glosses. I love this gloss. It looks so pretty over anything. You can see that I have another one right here, and the black lid came off. That's one thing I will say, e.l.f. packaging does not survive the purse, like, ever. Pretty much I've never had a product of theirs that didn't fall apart in my purse, but I love this gloss. It's so beautiful. I definitely recommend it. I'm going to just go in with this highlighter. I did try and scrape off like the top layer, because these baked blushes, you definitely have to kind of dig down to get to like the buttery product. We're just going to apply, I'm just kind of swirling this into both sides, and we're just going to apply a little bit. So guys, my cheeks are pretty glowy already. Oh man. That's pretty intense. So one more thing I got that I do want to try for you guys is one of their matte lip colors. This one's in the color Praline. I really love these. I think I talked about these recently in like my fall lip video, and I picked up quite a few, like 3 more shades from them. Yeah, 3 more shades from them, including this one. This is supposed to be kind of like a brown toned nude, sort of. I think this will go really well with this eye look today. So there it is right there. Super pretty. I'm going to pop a little bit of the lip gloss on top. Just kind of show you guys how sparkly and shiny this is. I'm going to use my old dud here. I hope that that's kind of picking up on camera, but such a pretty gloss. I really, really love this. As far as plumping goes, it's definitely very subtle. The kind of, that minty kind of plumping feeling. It's not very intense. Alright, so that's going to do it for today's first impression, get ready with me / makeup haul / makeup look. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Please, again, let me know if you guys want to see a couple of looks with this palette, because I'm really excited to use this palette. I was really impressed with the quality of these. They went on really quickly, everything blended easily. I mean, I know I only used like 2 or 3 shades in this palette, but even just watching them, I can tell this is going to be a pretty good quality palette. So I am excited to give it a little bit more of an in-depth try. I hope that you guys enjoyed this. I hope you're having a great day and have a fantastic weekend. It is Friday today. I am so excited. Thank you guys again for watching, and I will see you guys very soon. Bye.